Hey, how's it going? I hope you're well and happy. And I'm Todd, and this is what I saw today. What's coming up is my visit, a monthly visit to Mulder's Rods. And I'll tell you right off, there's no big event like one of the restorations is complete. It's about to be delivered to the customer. Nothing like that, but there's been different levels of progress on the vehicles that are in the shop. And there's a new one. We'll have a look at a new one. Really cool, old, I guess it was really an antique. Not just a classic car, it's an antique. 34 Chevy, I think. It's really nice though. You'll enjoy it. And I wanted to talk about one thing. So I started out a few months ago, I think 4 or 5 months ago. Billy Mulder agreed to let me do this monthly update at Mulder's Rods, which is pretty cool, very gracious of him. And everybody there has just been super nice to me and welcoming and everything. But then later, actually not very much later, I think it was when we filmed the first episode, and he talked about racing in the Texas Drag Racing Association class he races in, the Nostalgia Eliminator 2. I asked him if I could also follow him and document his racing season, and he agreed to that as well. Well, the racing can't replace the shop updates. That wouldn't be right, because let's say there's somebody that really likes square body Chevrolets and they're following that restoration, or a potential customer, and they're saying, well, I've got this square body out in my shop, out in the barn, and I'm really looking for somebody to do the restoration on it. I want to see how this turns out. Or I can't start the story and then just end it and say, hey, I'm going to go watch him racing. We're not going to do shop updates anymore. So we're going to do both. And I don't think it's a problem for him or me or his team. So yeah, there's a little bit of an update on the square body and the 92 Chevy, and then we got the new antique, the antique Chevy that we haven't seen before, and just some other things. So here you go. We're late. It's usually I shoot on the third Friday of every month. And within a day or two, I try to get that video out. Well, I couldn't do it last Friday, which was the third Friday, because, well, he wasn't there. He was at Extreme Raceway Park getting ready to race that weekend. But that's okay. We just postponed it to this Friday. Had some lunch and shot some video. It was cool. Had a good day. Rained all day in Brenham. But anyway, off we go. Let's go have a look, see what's going on at Mulder's Rods. Okay, that is the square body Chevrolet pickup, and you might notice it doesn't look a lot different than last month. Here's the cab over here. So they've done some work, what they can, but it's kind of been at a standstill. And why is that, Billy?
All the fuel pumps that go in the truck have been on back order for a few weeks, so we finally got them in last Thursday or Friday. So we didn't want to put the pumps in until we get, and put the cab on until we get the pumps in, because it's just so much easier to wire up and plumb and everything. So,
and that's probably an ongoing issue for you, right? Parts.
It has been. It's better now, but in the past it's been a problem. But these trucks are in such high demand that special parts like fuel pumps and stuff, when the manufacturers that are producing them get them, they go off the shelf so fast that if you're not on the ball, you miss the boat. So that's what I was doing. I was calling them every week and saying, you got fuel pumps? You got fuel? And they said, no, we're out, no, we're out. So I hit them one day, and they're in California, and I called them, and they said, we got them in stock. I said, okay, I want two. So
is that in the
in-tank fuel pump?
And that's what makes them kind of a special order item? You can't go down to O'Reilly Auto Parts and get one?
Well, you can, but on a factory one. But these are upgraded pumps. They have a higher PSI.
I see.
For the Sniper Holly fuel injection. Right. So
all about volume.
It's all about, yeah. So they're a specialized pump. So you have to get them from an aftermarket instead of a regular parts store. And we got the mufflers in for the exhaust, and we've been trying to get it mocked up also while the cab's off. And we got those in last week also.
Yeah. Generally speaking, are customers pretty understanding of things like that?
Yeah.
You know, being patient and all that.
Yeah, the guys that do this are they're pretty laid back guys. So
I bet in the years that you've done this, though, you have had a customer or two that became very impatient. No?
not really. No, I can't think of one that's ever been impatient. No.
That's cool.
They
You know,
were.
I've made the statement several times in videos before at car shows and at the car meetups and at the drag races. Car people are just good people.
They're good
You know,
people.
they just,
Yeah.
there's not a lot of
No.
a-holes and hotheads.
They're not.
You know?
They're good people. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're good.
Well, very good. We'll get, probably, I'm thinking next month. We'll
Yeah,
be
the
able-
cab will
it'll-
be
it'll-
on it. And,
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be a lot different look. Yeah.
Looking forward to that.
Yeah.
So that's it on the square body. Let's move along. Well, here's one we haven't seen before. It's even got dual horns. What is that, Billy?
This is a 32 Chevrolet two-door sedan that we built for a customer. It was a long build because the parts are really hard to get for this car. And we finished it back last October, and he's had it at a couple car shows and already won a couple trophies, and it's just back for little touch-ups here and there, you know, a little maintenance mainly.
I
And
love
that-
the color. The
after you
color
got
looks
some
good on
miles
that
on it.
car.
Yeah, that's a factory color on this car, and he's proud of it, and we're proud of it. It's a nice car. We don't do too many antiques.
When you say factory color, factory back then or
Back
factory
then.
color today?
Factory back then,
Oh.
it had a paint code on the cow tag, and we went back to the original cow tag and found the original paint. It was painted black when we got it, but we sanded through the black and found the original color, and it's called Surge Blue. And so we found the original color, and he wanted it back original, so that's what we did.
Very nice.
Yeah.
And that's an original engine?
Original engine. Everything on this car is original. Yes.
What is that? One, two,
Six-cylinder.
Six-cylinder?
Overhead valve, 6-cylinder.
That's like cutting edge technology back then,
It
isn't it?
was in 32.
Yeah.
it was.
And with a single barrel carburetor.
Mm-hmm.
Having
Yeah.
trouble getting parts for that?
Oh yes. The motor took a year to do. That's why it took the car so long to build, because a lot of the parts had to be made for it because they were not readily available.
A custom machine.
Custom machine rods, custom machine bearings, and it took some time to get the motor assembled and put back together.
You really don't see as many 32 or even through that era, not just the 32 of the Chevrolets. As
Chevrolets,
you do
yeah.
the Fords.
Lots of Fords, but not too many Chevrolets. Yeah.
So that makes this an even rarer vehicle.
Yeah,
and
I believe
more
so.
desirable in a way, I
I
guess.
believe so. Yeah.
We were talking about it the other day, and I told you it strikes me that back then, how dissimilar the Ford, the look, the style was than the Chevrolet.
Yeah.
You know, they had obviously different ideas about what a car
It looked like they
should
were
look
trying to
like.
advance a little bit on the Fords, I think, you know, a little more fancier maybe. I don't know. It's just kind of what it looks like, but yeah.
I like it.
They were probably a little more expensive too, I'm sure, back in those days.
Very nice. What's the top speed on this automobile, you think?
40, 45 maybe.
You don't recommend it on the 610 loop in
No,
Houston?
I don't believe so. Manual brakes too.
Oh my. So car shows and the Sunday drives in a small rural town,
Yeah, that's about it.
kind of its limitations right now.
That's about it. Yeah.
Very good. Has it got a cranking stereo in there?
Does not.
You sing your own song as you go down the road, huh? All right. Thank you, Billy.
But
See,
got a problem, so it's in.
I don't think it's real,
Shop
but
and
that's a
tell me
pretty
it's
cool
about
little
mine.
accessory to have back there.
No.
Oh, it's a balloon. It's a
Minimum
blow
2
up.
weeks to get the part.
Yeah. Okay. we go. Check it out. Dual horn, dual headlights. That's a cool car right there. I gotta tell you, I like it.
And it got about 30.
We are back in the body shop. And look who we found in the body shop. Surprise, surprise. It's Wade. And is that wet sanding? Is that what you call that?
Mm-hmm.
So that's super fine. That's like the one of the final steps to make it shine right. What is that you're wet sanding, Wade?
It's a motorcycle fender
That's what it looked like.
for a early 70s BMW motorcycle.
Are y'all doing just the fender or the whole bike?
I got this fender and the front fender is over there, and I painted the gas tank for it a couple weeks ago.
I see. So on a bike, it's on certain styles and models of bikes. You just pull the side plates and the tank or in the fenders off, and you've changed the color of the bike. That's all you got to do is
there's
paint
not
those
much
things.
to them.
Yeah.
I just painted one customer picked up this morning, and all it had was a gas tank. That was the only thing on it that was painted. So
I see. So I came back just for a quick update on the 99. Looks like it's coming along. A lot of body work done.
yeah, pretty much all the body work is done on it, except we've got a little bit to do on the back of the cab once we pull the bed off. Getting all the jams, door jams prepped and getting ready to get color on that. And
Work goes on. There's Paul. Hey, Paul. Say hi.
Hey,
Say hi to the YouTubes.
howdy, howdy.
All right. And where we at on this pickup here? Is that,
oh, it's all painted and buffed and everything. We're just waiting, and hopefully this afternoon, since we have more people here, we'll set the bed back on it, and then it's ready to go back up front for Billy to finish wiring, and got to put the windshield and the back glass in it, and finish the interior and get it running, get it out of here hopefully.
I'm thinking by next month's update, that one ought to be looking really good. And in the chance that it would be ready before then, I'm going to ask Billy that if that's fixing to roll out the door and be delivered to the customer, to call me, and we'll get a final on it before it rolls out of here.
Yeah.
That's going to be a
It'll
really
be
nice truck.
Yeah, it'll be a little while yet. There's still quite a bit to do on it, and just,
You think it'll still be here months from now?
oh yeah.
Okay. We'll get an update next month.
Yeah, it's not a high priority job, so work on it when we can. We have got so much stuff going on, you just got to split your time between
Yeah.
every
Understood.
job. So
Y'all are steady making progress, and we really appreciate the update, Wade.
we're trying.
Thank you so much.
You bet. Trying out different blues.
So this is actually the fender off of the Blazer.
No, this is just a
Just
fender
a
that he
Chevy
bought
fender.
just to do this.
A fender. Okay, so what we're looking at here, Chase was explaining to me that he really can't tell what the color's going to do, what it's going to look like, what he likes, without actually putting it on a vehicle, to actually painting with that color. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then with the white, that would be 5 different colors on this fender. And the sole purpose of this is for him to see how this looks in this fender roll, how this appears. Has he decided yet, or is he still studying on it?
Still figuring. This is so far. This is the one we're thinking, but this was a one that we just sprayed this one last week, and it's some Lamborghini color that's super high dollar and
A lot darker.
Still undecided on it because we need to see we're waiting for some sunlight to see what it looks like in the sun. It really looks.
Yeah.
When the light hits it, it's got a lot of pearl. It looks really, really good, but.
I don't think that sunlight deal is going to happen today.
No, in fact, it looks like it's starting to rain.
Yeah. All right. That's interesting. Thank you again, Wade.
No problem.
So here's Paul,
Hey.
and he's telling me, so after hours you work on like that,
Yes,
on stuff.
yeah, on the weekends or on lunch
He's
break.
got another hood for his Cadillac that we saw last month in the monthly update. So he's steady making progress on the Caddy.
Yeah, I've got sheet metal work I need to do to that one, and I'm gonna delete this this front trim piece that goes on the nose. I think that's gonna make
Yeah.
it look cool.
Keep working on it. You'll get there someday. So this is the hood for the 99 Chevy. You're just doing some sanding, huh?
Mm-hmm.
That's this one.
Yes, sir.
Been a lot of progress made on this truck, looks
yeah.
like to me, since I was here last. Coming right along. Oh, that's the latest from the body and paint shop. So before I get out of here, Billy, let's talk about racing. Last weekend, I know it didn't go as well as you had hoped, and I think you learned some things, but if you could just kind of recap.
Yeah, it was more of a test session for us. So, you know, we had new transmission, new setup on the car, and we was trying to get everything lined out, and we got a bad qualifying time on the second round and missed that mark. So we had a little damage here and there. We're repairing that, and
From what I understand, though, you're really happy with the transmission, though. The way that
transmission was
worked out.
awesome. Worked out great.
All right.
Really good. Some fast times.
So there,
Yeah.
there was some positive there last weekend.
Very positive. We learned a lot, and we'll go get them this next weekend in Ennis.
We had the deal on your second qualifying pass, though, where the track timing system
Didn't
malfunctioned. Didn't you? Has that ever happened to you before?
Yes.
So it's unusual, but
It's
been
unusual,
known
but
to
it's
happen.
not uncommon.
Right.
Yeah.
And just your luck, you were the only one that happened
Just
to.
my luck. That was my time to be unlucky. So
So I just want to, one more thing, I wanted to kind of confirm what I think, and I think you already kind of told me this was your thinking. When you knew that the smaller pulley had taken, you were too fast, and you'd made the decision to put a bigger pulley on the blower,
Right.
slow down,
right.
but when you didn't know where you were at, you went back to the smaller pulley. Was that because you felt like, if I
The
need
car,
it,
I could feel the car was slow. I could feel it on that run, and I didn't want to be too slow. I wanted to get out in front of them. If I had to, I could do what I need to do to win the race, and I did.
you're talking about backing off to keep
I
from
did back
breaking
off
out?
a little bit. It just didn't back off enough.
Right.
Because the
And-
car
and
was
we're
really
talking-
fast.
We're talking hundredths
Yes.
of seconds.
Yes.
So it's like a split sec. If a half a second sooner you had let off the accelerator
Then I probably would have been okay.
in the second round, probably.
Yeah, probably so.
So the lights that you were cutting in the qualifying, you don't even know what light you cut. Huh?
No, I don't even know what it was doing. So, like I said, it was pretty much a test session for us. But sometimes that happens in racing, and when you put new parts on the car.
And this coming Saturday, we got the Texas Motorplex.
Texas
in
Motor
Ennis.
Plug, Funny Car Chaos. It's a big race, and lots of race cars, and we'll qualify once on Friday afternoon, and then we qualify sometime Saturday. We don't know the schedule yet, and then we'll race sometime Saturday.
Right.
And we probably won't know till we get there on our times, but we'll get there on Thursday, get set up. We might be able to get a test pass on Thursday, but I'm not 100% sure because they're calling for rain on Thursday.
Oh,
So we may be sitting there in the rain until Friday, and Friday and Saturday looks good. As of now, you know how Texas is, the weather changes every day, so
yeah.
we'll just be one of them shoot from the hip weekends and go from there. We've
I'm
always
looking
had good
forward
luck
to-
at that track, though. I've run it up there once there, and I won there last year. We've had good luck at that racetrack.
Yeah. I
It's my
understand
home
you won a
track.
belt buckle there last year.
I won a butt buckle last year. That's my home track, and I love racing there, so it's a lot of fun.
Let's go get another belt buckle.
We're going to give it hell.
All right. I'll be there.
All right, sounds great.
Thank you, Billy.
You bet.